Welcome to Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football here on WYLN, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. Hazleton, your sports and medicine and orthopedic partner. I'm your host, Marty Burns, and come Friday morning, just like everybody else, I rolled out of bed and I got my edition of the standard speaker, and look what you happen to see. Great picture of Connor Shamani, I must say, but in all honesty, if you get a chance, try to read the article on Coach Drumheller. Maybe we'll talk about that as the season goes along. But what that led up to was one of the greatest games in Hazleton area, maybe even history, but at least for this season, a come from behind overtime victory over Dallas. We'll talk with Coach Buchman about that right after this.
Sports Talk is presented in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
Having a trusted local healthcare partner who knows you and keeps you well is vital. Lehigh Valley Health Network's Vital Choice program is a free wellness program for greater Hazleton area residents ages 60 plus who like having choices in healthcare. Vital Choice gives you access to your choice of doctors, your choice of healthcare services, and free and discounted fitness, wellness, and social benefits without limiting you to one insurance provider. Learn more at lvhn.org/vitalchoice or call 501-7444.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton Mazda, getting ready for the big sales event. Blaze has challenged us to sell another 20 new Mazdas before the month ends, and that will happen. That means you win. That means more for your trade. Come get the most reliable car in America. If you're looking for inventory, we've got it. Check out this huge selection of inventory. Whether you want the brand new Mazda CX-5, the brand new 2021 Mazda CX-30, we've got a whole bunch of cars here. Come to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Welcome back to Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football here on WYLN, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedic and sports medicine partner. I'm your host, Marty Burns, joined as always by the head football coach at Hazleton area high school, Dennis Buchman. And Coach, we talked about it when we were in break, maybe one of the two most exciting stretches of victories for a Hazleton area football team, maybe going back to when Coach Patrone had those Nate Each's playoff games with Easton and Liberty. Last 20-some seconds left on the clock last week, you get the win over Pittston area, and then a come-from-behind overtime thriller against Dallas.
Absolutely. You know, we continue to express to our players how important it is to believe. And, you know, we talk about in our program trust, love, and commitment. And you know, we truly exemplify that. We just don't say it. We truly mean that. And we play, you know, with our hearts, and we play every snap to whistle as if it's going to be our last, and we don't scoreboard watch. I mean, we're there to compete week in and week out, play in and play out, and our kids and our program certainly did that Friday night.
And you sat here in the beginning of the season and you talked about how proud of you were of your team for hanging in there, never quitting in those 2 losses against Wyoming area and against Harrisburg. And some people may say, well, that first game they lost 35-7, or the second game, the 2 late scores made it 31-21. But I think by promoting and enforcing that you never quit, that's what enables you to get a come-from-behind victory like you did Friday night.
Sure. It's that never give in, never give up attitude. We talked about how there were levels to this process here in terms of continuing to climb the mountain, and we knew that we had some younger guys playing their first varsity snaps and getting their first varsity reps, and to be able to get that experience, it's truly remarkable of all the guys that stepped up on Friday night. It was such a selfless effort by everyone involved. We had some guys who weren't able to participate in the game for a number of reasons, injuries, contact tracing, things of that nature, and other guys immediately stepped up. And, we collectively wanted to do it for us. And we talk about all the time, believing in ourselves. The message before the game was to our players, I expressed how important it is, just as running parallels in life like football, there's going to be adverse situations that you have to overcome, and always wanting to fall forward. Right. And it's so important. And Friday night we did that. Each time we failed or we had to go through adversity, we came out on the other side better for it. And we continued to trust, love, and commit in one another. And we ended up pulling out a tremendous football game against a very quality opponent in the Dallas Mountaineers.
So let's get to the highlights. As you could guess, we probably have a lengthy list of highlights, and we'll start with Connor Schmady with a first down catch.
Great job here by Connor. We get kind of caught up on the edge. Connor Schmady does a great job of being able to get in the window, high pointing the football. Tyler Wolf puts the ball where only Connor can make the play.
And now we go to Matthew Casadas with a first down catch.
We're getting Matthew Casadas, a tremendous playmaker, being able to make a play on the edge here. We see the blocking of Christian Price downfield as well for a first down.
And he's halfway through his first season at quarterback. Tyler Wolf looking like a veteran here with a 14-yard run.
Our guy Tyler Wolf just continues to improve. He truly trusts in his teammates, in our system, and he's making play after play.
We're going to get two looks at this, but how about your special teams again in punt coverage?
Well, once again, we talk about our X factor in Luke Russo. This is a tremendous job. As early as last week, he started to be able to change a couple things in his approach to the ball on punts, and as we saw the back-to-back weeks, pinning the ball inside the 2-yard line.
Once again, you're not in red, but Team D.
Absolutely. We do a great job here. Our defensive end squeezing down, team defense making a play while they're in the shadow of their own end zone.
And that helps set up this special teams play. A nice punt return by Matthew Buchman.
Our punt return team did such a nice job, Matthew and Connor, being able to get the ball here. And how about the finish on this run here to the edge? Just making a statement, getting the ball inside the 25, setting us up with great field position.
And here we get Matthew Buchman with a run.
Well, we have a toss here. Raymond Abreu does a great job of being able to continue to run to the edge. Great finish there. We see Ryan Matthews blocking downfield as well.
And here Matthew Buchman gets it down to the 1.
Once again, we got displacement on our gap runs this week, which was something that we talked about the entire week. We're able to get the ball inside the 1-yard line here. That sets up this score now, and eventually then makes this a 7-6 game.
And we're going to get two looks at this play as well.
Once again, we talk about the displacement here. Great job by Leo Kelly, Raymond Abreu, being able to come down on the defensive tackle there. Great finish to be able to get in the end zone. Awesome team football play.
And we've talked about this young man a lot this season, Trayvon Corchado with a sack.
Trayvon Corchado continues to get better as everyone is in our defense. We dual purpose some guys, and they're starting to get really comfortable now in those roles, and this is just a great job once again by our defense.
And we go back to Matthew Buchman, this time in the pass game.
We saw we had an advantage being able to get our backs out into some routes and some concepts here, and great job delivering the ball in a timely fashion by Tyler Wolf, and a great finish by Matthew Buchman.
And a great asset for Tyler here, showing off his legs again with a run down inside the 5.
We talk about how athletic Tyler is, and being able to add this dimension to his game makes him really scary on Friday nights.
And here we have another first down catch to Matthew Buchman again.
Once again, great job by Tyler Wolf here, being able to go through his progressions, press the edge. Connor Schmady does a great job of being able to locate to the sideline, makes a big catch.
And here I believe we have Jose Rodriguez on a catch.
This is another great job on scramble drill. We talked about it last week too. A touchdown with Connor Schmady. Once was low is now high, and obviously once was high now is low. Great job here of being able to find Tyler Wolf and getting his vision.
And here another catch from Matthew Buchman.
Stepping up, being able to get in that vertical shot there in the seam. Tyler Wolf's able to feel pressure to the edge and puncture the defense in the middle of the field.
And here's some more great special teams work.
Christian Price was on last week, continues to make play after play in special teams, truly relishes that role, and you could see it here, it's infectious.
And here we get a look at your Team D again.
Once again, great job by Connor Shamani staying over the top, working his long arm in coverage, and a wonderful job getting pressure on a great quarterback in Jackson Wydra.
And a play that we're going to look at twice, Matthew Buchman with a shifty run.
This is really clean. We talked about him being able to jump cut and start getting north. Here he's able to have clean vision, be able to get back outside, and what I love here is he's continuing to get his pad level low and finishing runs on Friday nights.
And a first down catch here for Connor Shamani.
This is a great job of being able to, we have a swing stick concept here. Big fourth down play there. 3 for 3 on this drive on fourth downs.
And another catch for Matthew Buchman.
Clean, being able to, once again, Tyler staying composed, being tall in the pocket, delivering a timely football.
And here, Connor Shamani with the catch, and they have trouble bringing him down.
Absolutely. You know, I love the way that he's not only catching the football, but he's continuing to keep his front foot and back foot moving on the catch, and he's able to get north.
And here we're going to have Tyler Wolf coming into our screen right at us.
Tyler Wolf, really clean, vision's clean here. We have a quarterback draw called. Great job of being able to get upfield for a gain of +8.
And here we go back to the passing game.
Big third down conversion once again. Christian Price making a play on the edge. We talk about him making big play after big play, and there was another one.
And here we're going to get a look at the touchdown to Matthew Buchman. We're going to look at it twice.
This is, we have an angle route here, and it's open early. Our eyes are to our first progression. We are able to get our eyes snapped back, and what a great job of being able to concentrate on the football and score a touchdown here that makes it 21-13.
And we go back to the defense.
Here's the thing now, we scored, we need our stop. And not only do we need a stop, we need a 3 and out. And this ends up being team defense, and also great job here. We see Trayvon Corchado on the bubble, inside out, being that true primary clean player.
And here defense with Ryan Mathias.
I got excited the last play anticipating this already. What a play by Ryan Mathias here to make a play on the screen. Get skinny, we get a 3 and out, which is what we needed.
And how about a big 29-yard catch by Christian Price?
You get chills here because you want to know what? Hey, Christian Price does everything right. To have the ball find him in this moment, it's truly remarkable.
And then here, the big touchdown to Matthew Casas. We'll get a look at it twice.
Here we go, 4th and 14 from the 22-yard line. We had this play in our back pocket for a couple weeks here. We saw a look that we really thought this was something where the safety put himself in a displacement here. Great throw by Tyler, great protection, and an incredible catch by Matthew Casas.
And here's the 2-point conversion that we'll get a look at twice.
We still weren't done with our comeback. We needed this 2-point conversion as well. Ryan Mathias has great vision on the sideline to allow himself to stay in bounds. Tyler Wolf continues to press the edge, and he's able to because of Matt Buchman pinning the defensive end. Great job by Tyler Wolf, Ryan Mathias, and the rest of our football team.
And then to get you to overtime, an interception by Trayvon Corchado.
Work still wasn't done to even get to overtime here. Ryan Mathias makes a play there in man coverage. Trayvon Corchado plays tip drill. And look at our guys here making our defensive play and offensive play now, trying to block for their brothers.
And then we go to overtime. Here we get the touchdown from Matthew Buchman. We look at it twice.
Second play of overtime here. We had so much momentum at the time. We talk about that trust, love, and commitment of our football team. Once we got to overtime, we knew we weren't going to be denied. What a great job of us up front. Great job by Matthew Buchman.
And then the play that sealed the victory.
You talk about being selfless in this moment here, and everybody's doing their job. This is a truly all 11 do your job defensive play. Matthew Buchman's able to fall back underneath the back out of the flat and makes a play here. The excitement that was afterwards. I mean, you talk about everything that needs to go into that comeback, and it's stating the obvious, but when you need a score, you need a stop, you need another score, you need a 2-point conversion, your work's not done. You still need another stop just to force it to overtime. We told our players we didn't come this far to come this far.
Right.
Continue to believe. They certainly did that. We made play after play, and what a truly remarkable and special night. And I told our players today, it's something that I know I'll remember for the rest of my life, and I know we all feel the same way. It's truly just special that we were able to do that together.
And before we go to break, the one play that I think really emphasized everybody doing their job to make it work was the Casas touchdown, because you got to give Tyler time to allow Matthew to come across the field.
Absolutely. There's so many parts of selflessness that goes into that. The protection up front. Christian Price on the backside running that shallow cross that was able to pull the corner and their backside safety to displace them. We have Connor Shamani on the edge that attracts attention. We have Matthew Casadas who has to be absolutely precise in his angle, and then obviously the throw by Tyler Wolf. Just big time players make big time plays in big time moments, and that was certainly a great example of that.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We have our guest coming up next. We've seen him a lot in the highlights, and he's at the top of the roster. Number 1, Matthew Buchman joins us next.
Sports Talk is presented in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
2020, it was certainly challenging. But now there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is certainly bright.
Enjoy our world-renowned water parks, classic resorts, breathtaking views, fabulous food. 2021 has arrived. We are back better than ever. Let's enjoy it. Find your enjoyment waiting at PoconoMountains.com.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria. 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783. BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571. Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969. Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Welcome back to Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football here on WYLN. Brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedic and sports medicine partner. I'm Marty Burns. In the middle, we have head coach Dennis Buchman of the Hazleton area football Cougars. And to our far right, Coach, you had a pretty good game the other night, number 1, Matthew Buchman. And Matthew, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Coach, we've talked a lot about this young man. What can you tell us about his contribution to this football program?
I mean, like so many others that we talk about, the contributions he makes on the field, off the field, they're second to none. Trust, love, commitment, what we talk about with each one of our players. He knew after our loss to Delaware Valley last year in the district final that it was important for our entire football team to be able to immediately get in the weight room. And he was one of those guys, never missed a workout session, continued to want to get bigger, stronger, faster, really made that concerted effort to be a leader as well throughout the off season. That continued to translate into the spring, the summer, the early portion of the season. We talked about how some of our best players, they had to get into new roles in terms of that leadership role now as well. You're starting to see Matthew Buchman and some of those other underclassmen really start to be comfortable in those leadership roles. The game he had on Friday night is truly remarkable. Was a true three-phase player, was able to make plays in multiple ways offensively, was consistently in the run game defensively. Also, as we saw to end the football game, was a contributor in the pass game defensively as well, returning the football on punt returns, kick returns. Talk about the ball finds energy, and playing without the football is the mark of how much you truly love your teammates. Matthew Buchman did all of those things on Friday night. I couldn't be more proud of him and our football team. I love this guy right here, as I love all our players, and I'm just so proud of the progress we're continuing to make. As I've said before, we know there's levels to this and always approaching, never arriving, but we're continuing to change our weaknesses into strengths each week, and we're continuing to get better and better, and this team loves to compete, and we don't want to take a back seat to anybody, and we want to continue to improve each week.
Now, Matthew, let's start with overtime. Tell us what you saw on the touchdown run that turned out to be the game winner.
On the touchdown run, we had a run play call for me. I received the ball, and my offensive line gave me an incredible hole. They down blocked, moved out, gave me a huge hole. The linebacker was displaced. I had a free running lane to the end zone with no one to touch.
And then appropriately, you sealed the victory with the interception. What were you seeing there? Because we saw you in the middle of the field, and you made your way over to the sideline to get that interception.
Yeah, so I was free at the time, so I didn't have a really main job to do, so I'm scouting, trying to help anybody out I can, and I see the quarterback rolling out, so I'm trying to follow him a little bit. I see him put his arm back, so I know a passing route has to be coming near my area, so I drop back, and he throws the ball right into my lap, and I go down for the win.
Now, we've seen you run very hard the last couple of years in the running game. One of the great things I think you contribute to this team is being able to catch the football out of the backfield. Talk about how you work with Tyler, because there's a lot of times that we see in these highlights, Tyler's hitting you in stride. It's not one of those where you have to stop and catch the football. He's hitting you in stride. Talk about the connection you guys have.
Yeah, me and him have a very good bond, connection. At practice, I work as well with the receivers, make some catches there to get used to receiving the ball from him. He could get used to adjusting to my speed, different than other people. And in the game, it's just like I'm another receiver to him.
And then defensively, we saw you with the interception, as we talked about, but we've also seen you help support in the running game and make some plays behind the line of scrimmage. Talk about how not only are you responsible in the pass game, but there's times that you have to come up and run support as well.
Yeah, so for me, I'm able to help out in defense and on defensive side as pass coverage, run coverage, everything. And if I'm free and I have nothing to do and I see a hole open up, I'm running the alley, I see a running back try to turn upfield and me, then that's my job to try to force him in, help my linebackers out, D-line, give our coverage men the best help we could get.
And one of the things I like in the third aspect of your game in special teams, especially in punt returns, you're not afraid to let that ball bounce. If it bounces, I always thought with a football, you never know which way it can bounce. But a lot of times you're getting those nice hops and you're just catching it in stride and you're off. So talk about what you're looking for in the punt return game.
So sometimes based off the punter, some punters punt it higher than others, farther. And sometimes when it's higher, if I don't feel I could get there enough time, I'll wait back to see if I could receive a bounce, put my head upfield, see if I could get outside to get a couple yards for our team. And if not, if I feel I could get there in time, I'll make a fair catch. Or if not, I'll just catch it regularly and go upfield.
We've talked about so often, Matthew, Coach and I, how all you guys seem to work together, you play for each other. And it is amazing how with this group, and this is what I love about this group, is it could be a different guy each week, and you guys love it no matter whether it's your number or it's the other guy's number, because, you know, say like Delaware Valley will see the game you had and they'll say, hey, we got to take number one away. That could open up Casadas, Shimani, even Price, Ryan Mattias, all these guys that contribute. And, you know, we talked about it in the last segment about the offensive line. You guys all seem to mesh, and Tyler Wolf is just fitting in there like a veteran quarterback. He's finding the right guys at the right moment. But just talk about how you guys all play for each other.
So our team is very unselfish. we have the same common goal at the end of the game to have the win in the column. We don't care if I have 4 touchdowns, Christian has 4 touchdowns. As long as we come out with the win, everyone's contributing the best they can to help our team out, our brothers out, block downfield without receiving the ball, run a route, anything we have to do. Our team is energy. Everyone loves each other, and it's coming together for a great team.
Well, you guys have rattled off 3 in a row. Good luck in making it 4 in a row Friday night when you return home against Delaware Valley, and thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back, and we'll be talking about Delaware Valley as Sports Talk concludes right after this.
Sports Talk is presented in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
Imagine how inconvenient your life would be without power. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with a Generac home standby generator, you will have power when you need it most. Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted.
The Wire Guys, 1338 North Church Street, Hazel Township, 570-459-3345, and visit us at homewireguys.com.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Welcome back to Sports Talk. Matthew Buchman stays with us. Coach, we've hit the 2-minute warning. You've hit the halfway point to your 2021 regular season campaign. You turn the page to the second half, and that's when you start getting the big schools on your schedule. Starting Friday night, one of your arch nemesis, Delaware Valley's coming to town.
Yeah, what a great opportunity for our football program here in the second half, and especially these next 3 weeks with all 3 of those District 2 6A football teams. It starts with Delaware Valley, homecoming on Friday. Delaware Valley coming in, we're in first place in our district. They're in second place. They've been the class of District 2 6A now for a number of years. They're certainly a team that we see once, if not multiple times each year. Well coached. Coach Olsemer, his staff do a great job. Tremendously talented players. They continue to recycle and have kids in waves. Quarterback play, first year starter, does a tremendous job. Aiden Black, Division I recruit as a sophomore, Appalachian State offer, number of other offers. You just talk about so many players who contribute for them. Our guys are really excited, though, for Friday night. Ton of momentum built off of this past Friday. Our fans were truly incredible on Friday night, too. Student section, our kids fed off that. You could feel the community come together, and that's what we're trying to do, with our program. We're excited for Friday, back at the Den, back at Harmon Geist, able to compete and play another football game and grow together.
Coach, best of luck, hoping for 4 in a row against Delaware Valley come Friday night.
Thank you so much. Go Cougars.
Matthew, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Go Cougars?
Go Cougars.
All right. So for Matthew Buchman and head coach Dennis Buchman, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Join us next week for another edition of Sports Talk. As always, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton, your orthopedics and sports medicine partner.